to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. This video is, at the first sign of trouble, go back to basics. So like what trouble? Like a stock market retraction. It started in Japan, it's still going. Political tension. It's not too bad, but it could get that way. Inflation. Okay, as long as we have these wars, we're having inflation. Foreclosures on houses and cars. It's a good thing to drive a thrifty car. Illness, job loss, and sluggish economy. Okay, so if we see this, any of these or some of these, then we want to go back to basics. Timothy 6:8. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. How about just doing crazy, destructive things? I've seen a couple people just this week who did that. So today I went to the gym, and on the way to the gym, I stopped to get some iced tea, and a large iced tea at McDonald's was $2.70. And I said, it's $2.70? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, this is no time for splitting hairs because this is only my second day off Diet Coke. But in the future, I will go to Jack in the Box where I can get a much bigger iced tea for $3. Okay, it could be because of the tea shortage. It could be because when the consumption is down, the price goes up. So the first thing I did as soon as I heard about this tea shortage is I went to Dollar Tree, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna probably have to go all over town looking for tea. Well, the tea was really fresh. I got 3 boxes for $1.25 each, 100 bags. This is 300 bags for $3.75 as opposed to $2.70. Okay, every time I run into something like this, it makes me never want to go there. One, I don't want to idle for even 5 minutes and use up gas. And, you know, it's just, lately it's always something, and so I don't like it. So, I go to the gym, and then I go to Smart and Final because I want to find some. I try to buy everything on sale, and I'm getting pretty good at it. But the thing is, if you want to get everything marked down and on sale, if you shop somewhere a little bit all the time, it helps. So I went to Smart and Final, and I got this big bag of walnuts for $10.99. That is really a good price. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get healthier, go to the gym, work out. And so I've been watching these older ladies that are 100 years old, and they eat healthy grain cereal with bananas and yogurt. I thought, okay, because they don't eat that much, drink that much milk. But I've told you guys this 100 times, but in case you're new, okay, my oatmeal is going down. When you eat it all the time, it goes down quick. Smart and Final has two 5-pound bags for about $12, but I don't know if I want to stockpile that much because, you know, I did have a mouse. I think I poisoned him. I'm not sure. So a 1/4 cup oatmeal, a 1/4 cup, half walnuts, half raisins. So I was getting low on walnuts. So at 2 tablespoons a day, this will last me for a while. 1/4 cup powdered milk. And what I like is, for the oatmeal, is the Walmart cold milk. This is about $14.99. But this is this a pound? 2 pounds, so it's about $7 a pound. but I only eat about a quarter cup a day, so it lasts for a while. And 1.5 cups water and 2 tablespoons sugar. So I'm trying to make a habit of that. And so it's a hard habit. First of all, I was never a breakfast person, so what I do is I wait until I'm really, really hungry, and then it seems to work out okay. So that was my breakfast. And then I had some Spam left, so in between that breakfast and this, I ate that. And so what we're looking at for basics is, do we have a house? Do we have food? Do we have water? Do we have heat? Do we have gas? And do we have cash? Okay, if you have a house and you have food and water, you can kind of get by. If you stockpile a little food, that's going to help a lot. So I mentioned to you guys that I was buying everything on sale. So I bought some canned corn today, so I'm going to have some corn. And then I made this, I bought a chicken. And what I did is I roasted it. Here it is. Here's the roasted chicken, and this will last me. I can have some sandwiches. So it was, I cut the legs and the wings off for different meals. And so I just defrosted it, then I rinsed it off. And I poured some solution. I had 1.5 cups of bouillon chicken. And I had one of these, which is supposed to be for 2 cups, but I only used 1.5 cups. And then I had 2 tablespoons of butter, so I just poured it into the chicken and onto the chicken, and I baked it like that, kind of like a turkey. So hopefully it will be nice and succulent. We'll see. So I decided today would be a good day. What is this, Tuesday or Wednesday? So then I will have some chicken for dinner tonight. And last night I bought a salad with some teriyaki sauce. So when it was done, I poured that on top of the chicken, and then I just baked it for a few minutes. So, okay, my corn is ready. And then I had a sweet potato. So this is your basic meat, potatoes, and vegetables. I used to eat this every night for years. Some kind of meat, any kind. Hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, bacon, sausage, anything. And then I have some of my homemade butter. I think I can find it. Here it is. It's really easy to make. So I'll just put that on my sweet potato. This is really going to save money over time. This making the butter. And then I have some chives, thankfully. I found some at Dollar Tree. I put some garlic salt before I roasted my chicken. I put some garlic salt and some pepper on it. And so this is your basic dinner. It's cheaper than eating out, a lot cheaper. Okay, so I bought the chicken for $7 for 2 at Smart and Final. I had 2 bodies, and I had 4 wings and 4 legs. So that was quite a bit of chicken. So that is a tasty, basic meal. The trick is to shop continuously and get your meat on sale. Also, I try to buy the potatoes on sale. Okay, so I think it was last week, I got potatoes 2 times and I had to pay full price for 3 sweet potatoes, and I have rice. So this week I don't have to worry about finding any potatoes. So I bought the walnuts, which I really needed. And then the other day when I was there, I bought these mixed vegetables, and I had these the other night and they were really fresh for 99 cents. So I thought I'm gonna buy 2. Okay, 2 cans, a can is enough for a week for 1 person. So that is enough for 2 weeks. And then I have corn open. Oh, this is really fresh. This one is December 26th. So I only want to buy, this is the luxury of stockpiling. Once you get food, you can be really picky and just buy cans with long expiration dates. So, homemade iced tea. So now I mentioned these to you the other night. These are oatmeal, no-bake oatmeal cookies. Here they are. And then I put, these are good. You can see I already ate a few. I put a walnut on top. So here's my cookies. And I just happen to have one of these bags in my stockpile. I used to buy this kind of stuff at 99 cents only, and now there is no 99 cents only. That's another thing that drives the price of your groceries up when the discount shops go out. But I've been having good luck at Ralph's. So you melt uncooked oatmeal peanut butter cookies. 1/2 cup butter, you can use margarine, 2 cups sugar, 1/2 cup milk, and I used evaporated milk undiluted, 4 tablespoons cocoa powder, or you can use chocolate chips, 1/2 cup peanut butter. I use my homemade peanut butter. So you cook that until you melt it, just before it starts boiling and it's mixed together good. Then you turn off the heat. Add 2 teaspoons vanilla and 3 1/2 cups quick oats, and then you mix that all together. Then if you leave it in the pan for a little while, it kind of finishes cooking the oatmeal, and then it doesn't melt all over the place, and you can take it out and make a nice cookie. Same thing with fudge. Here is the recipe. You don't have to add the chocolate chips or the peanut butter, but once you start stockpiling so you can make peanut butter, then you can make all kinds of cookies. And so I'm going, if any of you have coffee habits or caffeine habits, try to get off of it. And when you try to get off of it, you're going to find out that you cannot easily rid yourself of it. So I bought this grape Powerade, and it's very hard to find grape. And then yesterday, also, you know, I didn't mind paying $1.50 for a refill or $1.60, but $2.70 seems extreme to me. So I can buy bottles, 2-liter bottles of soda pop at Ralph's for about $1. So what I did is I just found whatever they had on sale for $1. This stuff's not too bad. So today, you know, it's really amazing. I think, how can this stuff be so hard to get off of? Because there's no withdrawal. This is like the second day, and I have absolutely no withdrawal off the stuff. And yet, if I don't watch myself, I will go to the 7-Eleven, buy a Coke, and I'll be drinking it again. And the habit was getting to the point where it's really annoying. Okay, so now 7-day meal plan. So a basic meal plan, so you have a house, a meal plan, and some water and tea. Breakfast is cereal and milk. Lunch is sandwich with a small fruit or vegetable. And remember, if all the food you had was a small, a sandwich, a meat and cheese sandwich, and a small fruit or vegetable, you could survive. I asked the AI, which is more nutritious, a cheese sandwich, because remember the Oslo diet was bread, butter, and cheese, or a peanut butter sandwich. And it said you can't really say, because in some ways one's better and in some ways another, but one's an animal protein and one is a plant protein, so you could look at it that way. Dinner, a protein, a carb, a vegetable, and then milk and bread and 1 or 2 pieces of fruit. That is a good basic. I lived on this for all my entire life. So the thing to do is, if we see any of those things I mentioned, back off and stop spending. Okay, and then I want to go mention one thing about the stockpile. Okay, think about this stockpile. This is a pretty legitimate stockpile. 2 cans beans, any kind you want. I try to find them for 99 cents or less. 2 cans soup, 99 cents or less. 2 cans meat, like tuna. Last night I had Spam. 1 can milk. Today I used my evaporated milk. 2 cans fruit and 2 cans vegetables. The cans of fruit are getting a little bit expensive. And then in the past, I bought big bags of dry fruit, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just buying raisins. I don't want a bunch of bags of anything hanging around. So think about, and then I have here, I buy a box of cereal, and I didn't mention that. Anything, it can be any kind of cereal you want. Once you start getting stocked up on cereal, though, you can eat that down for a while. So you can go a week, 2 weeks, a month without buying anything. Okay, let's see. The peanut noodles I made were okay. I think a meat sandwich would be much better, like a tuna fish sandwich. So I brought bread marked down at Ralph's so that I can just eat a sandwich every afternoon. Today I didn't even eat a sandwich. Another thing is big, large salads don't do it for me. I know a lot of vegetarians do that, but if you haven't been a vegetarian all your life, so, you know, think about this. One of my friends was heartbroken because she was thrown into poverty. We both were. And I said, Cindy, think about it. Isn't it the same you, whether you're living in a really nice house or not such a nice house? She goes, yeah, now you mention it, that is true. But it is painful after you've been a little bit well off to live not so well off. Okay, about the macaroni and cheese with the Spam, I would rather have the meat and the macaroni and cheese. But basically, I think your sweet potatoes, or rice are more nutritious. And I've always gone towards potatoes and sweet potatoes because I think that it's more nutritious than rice. But just to, the bodybuilders, I was trying to do the bodybuilding way, and I thought, you know, this doesn't work for me. It makes me feel awful. If you feel awful, don't do it. It was rice, chicken, and broccoli. I can't do that all the time. I mean, you know, I think maybe chicken 2 times a week is okay. Another thing is, back to this, beans. Think about beans, pasta, and I forget what the other one is, as opposed to your protein. So when you try to substitute vegetables for meat protein, if you've been a meat eater all your life, you know that hamburger steak I made? that was not much more expensive than the sausage casserole. I mean the Spam casserole and the macaroni and cheese. By the time you put the cheese, by the time you put the macaroni, by the time you put the Spam, the hamburger steak was the same, less. So that, I had a hamburger steak and some mixed vegetables. So that was much better in my mind. But your carbs on the side could be good. Now, thinking about this. Okay, so we're in some kind of a turmoil worldwide. Avoid the evil way, drugs, alcohol, and pornography. Try to get your, today I got home from the gym cost me so much time. It was really hot and I got sweaty on the way there before I even got there. And then I got home and I was sweaty, so I had to take an extra bath. So you might think, why bother? You're going to take a bath before you go to bed. It's a habit. When I was a nurse student, I never had a single cold. And what I do is I go in, I take a bath, I wash my hands really good, I wash my body really good, and it's such a habit. I wash out my nostrils with water, you know, on the inside, unless I've been around something vile, like when I was around MRSA, then I would use some soft soap. So staying very clean, clean bed, hand washing, taking out the garbage, and preparing for a grid down. Okay, the only thing you got to make sure is you have water. And that is easier said than done. So like if there's some water issue, then basically you have to be ready to evacuate. Why withstand no water? I mean, that can just breed so many problems that it's not worth it. So what I have in my mind is a couple places where I know I could go, that there's going to be halfway decent drinkable water, no matter, I mean, even if the whole US, if I could get there, was down. So I would want to go sooner or later. So I want to prepare for nothing drastic. I just want to make sure that I'm always going to have water. And food, of course. Now, I want to talk one more minute about the marked down food. So, when you're buying your food marked down, it is more than possible to save 50% on your food. So, wouldn't it be better to have, say if your food budget, let's see, what is food stamps? Let's say if it's $50 a week, wouldn't it be so much better to have $100 a week? So think about a family, each member, say of 4, you would have like 200. Wouldn't it be so much better to have 400? The bigger amounts you buy, the easier it is. And then you might be thinking, well, I don't want to go searching around. Well, just go to places close by where you live. There's always something. What I do is I just walk around and I'm looking for good deals. The main thing I want to concentrate on is meat and canned food. Okay, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye, you guys. See you tomorrow.